What's beyond the edge of the universe? We have three answers, and all three are crazier than you think. Imagine you're flying at the speed of light, 1 billion kilometers per hour, past planets, past stars, past galaxies. You've been flying for 13 billion years, and suddenly, a wall. What's behind it? Scientists have argued about this for centuries, and today we have answers that are more complex than any science fiction. First, we need to understand something. When we say the edge of the universe, we're talking about the observable universe. This is a sphere with a diameter of about 93 billion light-years. That's exactly how much light has managed to reach us since the beginning of time. Beyond this boundary, there's no wall and no void. Beyond it, the light simply hasn't had time to reach us yet. It's like fog on the horizon. It's not the end of the road, just the end of visibility. But here's what's strange. Every year, this fog recedes a little more. Space itself is expanding faster than the speed of light. Galaxies that are visible in our telescopes today will disappear beyond the horizon forever in 100 billion years. The descendants of those galaxies will look up at the sky and see only empty blackness. They won't even know that the Big Bang ever happened. We live in a unique time when the universe still remembers its beginning. But what's actually in that fog? This is where things get interesting. The first theory is the simplest and the most frightening. The universe is infinite. There's no edge. There never was and never will be. If that's true, right now, 13 billion light-years away from you, an exact copy of you exists. They're reading the same text, living in the exact same country, making the exact same choices you're making. This isn't fiction. It's mathematics. In an infinite space with a finite number of atomic combinations, any configuration of matter must repeat an infinite number of times. While you're listening to this, somewhere in the infinite universe, your copy just hit play, or they're already watching the next video, or they will never even know this channel exists. All variations exist simultaneously, and all of them are real. But if the universe is infinite, there's one problem. Physicists noticed it, and it's called the Boltzmann paradox. But we'll cover that another time. Right now, the second hypothesis, and it's even crazier. The second theory says our universe is a bubble, one of countless bubbles in an ocean that physicists call eternal inflation. Each bubble is a separate universe with its own laws of physics. Somewhere, gravity is twice as strong and stars never formed there. Somewhere, electromagnetic radiation doesn't exist. Somewhere, life is the norm, not the exception. Between these bubbles, absolute nothing. Not emptiness, not darkness. Space where even space doesn't exist. This is literally impossible to imagine because our brains evolved for the savannah, not for quantum cosmology. But there's a troubling implication. If billions of bubble universes exist, why is our bubble perfectly suited for life? The force of gravity, exactly what's needed for stars. Electromagnetism, exactly the right strength for atoms to form. The constants, exactly as if ordered. Physicists call this fine-tuning. Is it coincidence? Or is there somewhere among the bubbles a place where someone sets these parameters? We don't know. But the mere fact that we're asking this question makes us part of the answer. While you're listening, somewhere in one of these bubbles, life has just emerged. And in the neighboring bubble, it has just disappeared. and neither of them will ever know the other exists. There may be infinitely many bubbles, but one of them is definitely ours, and we're inside it. The question is, what does it feel like for the one outside? The answer is in the third theory, and it breaks everything. Some physicists say the question, what's beyond the edge of the universe, is the wrong question. Like asking, what's north of the North Pole? If space is curved and everything points to the fact that it is, then the universe can be finite, but without a boundary, like the surface of a sphere, finite, but with no edge. Fly in one direction long enough, and you'll return to where you started. The thing is, long enough means longer than the universe has existed. So we can never test this, not ever. But there's an answer that breaks everything even more. Some physicists, including Nobel laureate Gerard T. Hooft, believe what we see as a three-dimensional universe is a projection, a hologram. All the information about every galaxy, every star, every atom is encoded on a two-dimensional surface at the edge of space, as if our entire reality is a shadow of something we cannot see. Your entire life, all your memories, everything you've ever felt, encoded in bits on a wall we can never reach. Sounds like madness, but the math works. 3 theories, 3 answers, and all 3 are incomplete. Now, honestly, everything I just told you, these are humanity's best guesses, not answers. When Einstein wrote his equations, he added a cosmological constant and called it the biggest mistake of his life. 80 years later, it turned out he was right. When Hubble discovered the expansion of the universe, Einstein said he was ready to give up on God. The cosmos turned out to be more complex than anyone could have imagined. Today we know that 95% of the universe consists of something we call dark matter and dark energy. That's like saying, I've studied the ocean. Only 5% of it is water. The rest is something I don't understand. We are tiny observers at the very beginning of the path, and every new discovery shows how little we know. But maybe that's the beauty of it. What's beyond the edge of the universe? We don't know. And that makes every question you ask more important than any answer. So what's beyond the edge of the universe? Either more universe, or other universes with different rules, or nothing. So absolute that we cannot comprehend it. Or maybe your copy, who just finished watching this video and is thinking the exact same thing you're thinking right now. The next video is about what existed before the Big Bang. That's even scarier